Goddamn.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
okay, that's
Well,
just
that
that's
the best conversation we'll ever have, and it just finished right before I started recording.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Everybody else gets to miss out, but we can enjoy this, and we just know that it has to deal with. Um,
You just have to look up. Everybody just needs to go look up Surfin' Safari CD from the '90s, and just take a peek at that album cover, and just thank us later.
oh man, I miss growing up. I miss those days. I miss those good old days, like finding the Playboys that were hidden around the house. Oh
Yeah,
boy,
man.
that was an
Yeah,
exciting.
there was one friend I had. This guy John Ing. A few people in the league might know who this guy is, from Novato, obviously. And his dad had a stack of Playboys always in their like guest bathroom, like just on top of the toilet. And like,
Perfect.
God, I would go to his house all the time, and I would just beg him. I'm like, dude, let me borrow one.
Yeah, come on, dude. Your dad will not notice it
There's like
fucking
a fucking
missing.
stack of seven right here. Like this one's from 5 years ago. Like you think he's gonna notice that?
Bro, dude, that was the shit too. It's like the big stacks of Playboys, and they would go back in the years. So I remember when I would find my dad's, and he had like a good collection going, definitely at least going back into like the mid '80s, right? And so you would find these, and it's like dude, you could always tell like the styles as they change, like the style of the photographs, the style, the hairstyle, the style. Oh man. And I guess at this point in time, this would have been in like early '90s.
Yeah.
So like all the early '90s models, like Pam Anderson and Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra, and oh my God,
I just wonder
I
how did these dads get away with just having these there? I
it was a
mean,
different time, Sean. It was a different time. The nation was not woke to this male chauvinist kind of who leaving our playboys just around for everybody to see and exploiting women and shit like that. It was a different time
dude,
back in our
speaking
in
of
our
a different time and the millennials of today, I saw the fucking most fantastic Halloween costume. It was just a random person that I follow on Instagram, but it was
uh,
he dressed up as a millennial, and his costume was him wearing like a shirt basically made of bubble wrap. Because millennials are fragile. It,
sensitive.
it had he was carrying around the trophy that just said participation on it.
Perfect, perfect. Love it.
He had like I voted for Bernie stickers all over him. God damn it! There was a couple other things where I was just like, man,
Oh fuck, you'll have to send
dude.
me that. You'll have to send me that link. That sounds fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my god, yeah. If I can pull up Instagram fast enough to not make this awkward.
That's
Um,
okay. I feel like if any of our dedicated
Oh
listeners out
yeah,
there,
he
you know,
uh
they
he had a
just
he had a hat on and just like a huge printed label that just says "I'm offended," and then a bunch of fragile handle with care stickers all over him. Like, dude, you win. You fucking nailed it.
yeah, that's a pretty good one. I have to admit, I work with a couple of those. It's not fun, dude. People are people. These youngins, these younglings, the sensitive.
Getting touchy. Yeah, getting sensitive.
Yeah, they're so sensitive. And see, I don't know what I would do if I was in. I don't think I would be able to survive a fantasy football season if I was that fucking sensitive. And
I don't think so.
I, I don't think so. I couldn't take this amount of pressure and insults and shit talking that goes around. This does not feel like a safe environment to me, and it
Yeah,
never
like, can
has.
you imagine like a super PC fantasy football league? Like, you got to really watch what you say.
Dude,
Everything could
well,
be
what's what your name?
offensive.
Yeah, dude. What would your name? What would team names be in a fucking PC fucking fantasy football league?
Just
I
the
don't even know.
fucking default like Yahoo and ESPN names, like
Yeah,
Sean's
maybe.
fantastic team. Have
Oh,
you
dude,
have you seen that on the Yahoo leagues where
I
like
miss. Yes, I miss, dude. The thing I remember about the Yahoo one is that it gives you like all those like awards and shit.
yeah, it's
Like,
so fucking weird.
I don't know how they even come up with any of this shit. It's like,
Like I've been playing in Yahoo for like 15 years. Like I've had so many leagues and teams in Yahoo and like still I'm winning awards now for just like the most random stuff. Like your QB beat the other QB by 20 points. Like here's a medal for that. Like what?
I don't know.
This must have
Gamification.
been those must have been created by millennials.
I, I, or at least people who know how to sell to millennials.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like if I need recognition at all times.
Oh my God. Notice me, notice me. Me. My. Now. My team, my team.
Well, hey, I think that's we're all a little bit of that when it comes to the podcast. We all just want to hear about our own teams. I think that's the number one requested item whenever we ask people, what do you
Yeah,
guys want to hear in the podcast?
you
Just
guys want
talk
to
about
hear.
my team more.
You didn't talk about my fucking team. You started to, and then you left, and then you moved on.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we already talked about this person's team. No, you fucking didn't.
No, you said my name, and that was it. I agree. I agree. The most important part of this fucking podcast is you guys and all the fun fucking activity that goes on. We definitely had kind of a crazy week last week. I mean,
Yeah.
Sean, fuck. Wow. You were sitting in sole possession of first place. All up there by yourself. The crown has been taken and has been placed on a new head.
Man, I just had to go look at the standings again just to drink that in.
Yeah. No, dude, I mean, this is now things are like really starting to get wide open in the top of this in the top four positions. I mean, you've just got you sitting by yourself, and then we have three teams sitting at 6-2. Dude,
Yeah, it's
Phil and
stacked.
John have been on a fucking tear.
Yeah, seriously, man. Yeah,
Let's
those guys have just been crushing. Like
yeah,
they're right
other
there.
other than,
Good God, I'm nervous.
yeah, other than you, who has the longest winning streak right now in the league, your winning streak of 4 games. Uh, Joey, sorry, not Joey, but Phil has won 2 straight. John's won 3 straight. So they are right now. They're showing no signs of slowing down. So they are
Well, no,
right on.
especially when you look at the points for. I mean, Joey's still in the top of that, but only by 1.3 points for Phil. Phil has just been on a tear, and got to give him the shout out. He was last week's top scorer again, and that is 3 times for him this year that he's been the top scorer.
So him and Joey are tied now.
Yeah, him and Joey both have gotten 3 top scores.
Wow.
Damn,
Wow.
dude,
Wow.
it's
Two,
not really
and
spreading
two,
out like we expected it to.
no, in 2 weeks in a row also.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks prior to that. So 3 out of the last 4 weeks, Phil has been the top scorer. That's fucking crazy. So yeah, I think all that talk earlier this year about Phil having a down year last year. I mean, he is out with a vengeance. Like I think of all the teams that are out there right now, he is definitely the team that I am most scared of.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He is he's just been crushing it. I mean, just going into this game. Now, I will say, Derek's team put up a little bit of a fight. Like
Yeah,
this was much more. I mean, obviously Phil had some pretty outstanding performances, but for the most part, like this was kind of it looked like it was going to be a close game, and then I think what we had New England go and James White kind of took that away.
yeah,
It was a
seriously.
lot. It was like I think it was a lot closer before even though Derek had already lost. I think it was a lot closer before James White decided to
Yeah,
do
that
some
just
shit.
that just broke it open by
But
far.
he,
But
but
yeah, I mean, Derek would have beaten a couple other people this week.
oh, definitely. I mean, looking at this, where does Derek end up landing? Derek's is
He
he?
would have beat 3 other teams. He would have
Yeah,
beat
so he's not
Chris,
supposed to.
Joey, and Jimmy last week.
Hmm.
So
So
definitely seems like he's getting some pieces back in order, perhaps.
for sure. I mean,
Definitely
Larry Fitz
looking.
has gotten a
Yeah,
couple nice weeks back to back on by this week, but even still, like 27 points from Larry Fitz, that's going to help you a lot. And
man. Yeah, he's been waiting all season for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And fucking wow, Chris Carson. That's kind of an up and down, but 21, not bad.
Yeah,
Russell,
yeah,
how has
not bad.
Russell been? This Russell's been pretty pedestrian
He's been
too.
down for sure. I mean, he
Yeah.
was the number one QB last year. People drafted him super high. I know Derek did, and he's
Mhm.
been pretty low. I mean, this was he hasn't even had any 30-point games yet,
Wow, you're right. He hasn't.
and he's not rushing.
This was his. Oh, well, let's take a look at those.
I think I
No, dude.
heard earlier today that he hasn't even rushed for over 30 yards in a game this entire season.
Nope. He has one game against Oakland where he rushed 6 times for 20 yards, and against Arizona he rushed 4 times for 21. But
Wow,
that's it.
that's not the Russell Wilson you remember.
No, dude. And Arizona's one of the shittiest teams. Against Arizona, Russell Wilson only put up 9 points.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's so he's a big that's a big disappointment. I don't know what Derek's thinking with Duke Johnson. I feel like if he keeps starting Duke Johnson, I just cannot I get that Dalvin Cook is out. But I mean, fuck dude, you gotta do something. You gotta find somebody, dude. I don't know.
Well, I think he wouldn't have to normally. Well, he could put Chris Carson in the running back slot and then have someone like Keenan Allen in the flex,
True.
or even Jack Doyle in the flex. So he's got options.
Yeah, he does.
But hopefully, I mean, he doesn't listen, so we can say whatever we want about his team suggestions. Like, yeah, he should definitely not be playing Duke Johnson anymore. No reason to do that.
No, no. I'm gonna be curious to see what happens with Golden Tate and Philly. That's I don't know about that.
I don't know. Man, yeah, Golden Tate's been pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I agree. Travis Kelsey has been. I can't believe he's not even the number one tight end anymore.
Who is the number one tight end?
No idea. I couldn't. I mean, if I
Fuck.
was gonna guess, I would say Zach Ertz, but
Oh, duh.
I'm not,
Yeah, it would be Zach Ertz for sure.
I'm not confident on that though.
I think it is for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah. It is.
not even close.
Oh my God, you're right. It's not even close. Look at those numbers. Damn, big part of Phil's fucking offense right here. These are the Gronk numbers that I wanted.
Man, and I am
That's what
I'm
I paid for
feeling.
in a second round.
I know, seriously,
God damn it. Phil, congratulations. You are just fucking stomping us left and
dude.
right.
I am feeling lucky though, because I'm playing Phil this week, obviously.
And Zachary gone.
And he's got a lot of good pieces on buys this week. Well,
Well, okay, okay.
it's a big buy
Let's
week
not,
in
yeah,
general. Yeah, we don't
let's,
have to jump
yeah,
into it, but
let's not get ahead of ourselves. But that will be, I think that's something we should definitely get on into. And I guess
let's get back to
there's enough with
the
that game.
standings too, because we were kind of going through that. I mean, last week was a big week for a few teams. Like Chris,
Mhm.
he got the winning record the week before, and he's on a little winning
Dude,
streak
him
right now
beating
too.
Joey was huge.
Yeah,
That
and
was such a
to beat
fucking huge win.
Joey's team, who
It
was
just
the number
shakes up
one team.
everything for you guys. Yeah, exactly. Joey was holding that number one spot. And I mean, yeah, you still would have won, but at the same time, Joey would still be holding, right? Because he's
Yeah,
got you
because
beat
he's got
on
way more
points.
points than me. Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that Joey lost, I mean, it's a fucking big deal. Like he's barely ahead of Phil. So let's say both of them win, both of them lose. You know, if their record stays the same, like this week is going to be a big week for them because they're looking for points. They need to stay on top of each other if they
Yeah.
want to. I would say either of those two or John are, you know, you guys are definitely the ones who are fighting for a bye. Like there's no way that I mean, I guess it's completely possible that you guys go on like a fucking 7 game losing every one of you goes on a 7 game losing streak, but I think for the most part the buys are a little out of reach for Misha, myself, maybe. I mean, Chris, I don't think is that far away.
He's only
I
two
think,
games back.
yeah, I think it says 3 games. Well, you're right, 2 games back. You're right. You're right. 5-3. You're 7-1.
Well, so
That's
let me ask you. You got a huge win last week.
oh my god.
How did you
Oh,
feel about that?
like I'll tell you this. When I ended up logging in, because I was traveling, I didn't get a chance to see
Oh,
most of
okay.
the games. But when I fucking looked and saw that AP game, I'm pretty sure I creamed my Like, oh my God. And the only two touchdowns that were in that entire game were all AP. Like a fucking one catch for a touchdown, and then 149 after 26 carries and a touchdown. Like that's those are AP numbers. Like that's AP of old. Like that's amazing. If I could have that shit all the time, or at least some of that every week, that's going to be a really big help for me. Adrian Peterson has been one of my could very well be one of the only reasons that I'm still huffing and puffing. Him, Julio, Cooper Cup has been a bit was before he went down, he was a big piece that was helping keep me afloat.
Well, he's back too, I think, right? Or maybe he's back this week.
It's wait and see, but yeah, he's been limited in practice all week, but I don't know. Right now, it looks fine until it doesn't.
Well,
I mean,
so
all,
that I mean that game, that win was obviously huge for you to put you
it
at
was
3-5. You're only one game behind Misha, who is right now in the sixth spot.
exactly.
So
So I
what are
just need.
you looking for? Obviously, you want to win every game you can.
I
That's a
that's
constant. But are you do you want people like Phil and John at 6-2 and Joey? Do you want them losing to kind of push?
no. I think at this point, really, it's just about climbing the ladder. Well, what I guess you wouldn't get but chaos is a ladder. That's a Game of Thrones line.
Uh,
Yeah. The whole idea being like, you're not trying to climb all the way to the top. I'm not trying to. I don't feel like I'm in a deep position right now. 4 games behind you to take your crown, right? Like that's
right,
just
right,
too
right.
far to
I
climb.
wasn't sure how high you were going to be looking as far as, do you want the 6-2s to lose, or are you just like, nah, those guys
It's
probably have some
everybody.
stuff
Yeah,
locked up already.
it's everybody in front of me. So it's myself. It's I got fucking. I mean, me and Jimmy, we both were at 2-5 coming into it, so it was a huge game for both of us.
Yeah.
And I know it hurts for Jimmy, but he's right there. He's at 2-6. I'm at 3-5. He's only a game behind me, and we're just like you said, like Misha's a game up on me, 2 games up on Jimmy. Like I feel we're all kind of in a dogfight. I feel Chris is putting himself, unless he loses a couple. I feel Chris is right now. He is about to step into the ring with all you guys. I think he's on his way to get on up there, right? Like at 5-3, he's only 2 games back. If he gets another couple victories, and there are a couple losses up on top, he's right on up there. So I think Chris is. I think he's too high for me to worry about right now. My focus is on Misha and anything in front of me, and technically Jimmy behind me. I would say that's where mine is. And I don't know, for everybody else, I would say it's all kind of up in the air. Like I think there's going to be a big giant clash. You, Joey, Phil, John. I mean, you guys are all in like an easy position to take those first couple buys, right? Like I don't think they're. I mean, even Chris is only 2 games behind you. Like, How would you say? Are you feeling being at the top? I mean, do you feel there's pressure on to stay this way? Like, do you feel it's too easy to lose, or do you think your team's in such good shape you're not worried about anybody catching on up to you? Where are you sitting?
I, as much as I would love to have yeah, I think I would want the buy. I mean, I know it's a guaranteed pass through, to the second round of the playoffs, but I'm
One
just,
game
it is
in
what,
the
yeah,
championship.
it's, yeah, exactly. So that's pretty nice. Shortens the track a little bit, but I am feeling confident that 7 wins is enough to just make the playoffs at this point, even if I lose every game.
I would
Which
say
is that's not even a guarantee though. Just where everybody, there's so many 6-2s and 5-3s, like that's not a guarantee. But all I want to do, of course, I want to win more, but I want to make sure that I have a solid team with some good depth that can make a run. That's where I'm
right.
at right now.
So they're with including this week, there are 5 games left.
Yeah.
5 games of the regular season. Going back into the standings, 5 games. You lose 5 games, you're at 7-6.
7-6.
All right. If Derek wins 5 games, he's at 5-8.
Yeah.
Nick wins 5 games, he's at 6-7. If Jimmy wins, he's at your record. So when do we say you're eliminated from the playoffs? I mean, at this point in time, is Derek going to get in with 5 wins? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean,
And it would definitely, when you're in the fighting for that sixth spot, generally it's coming down to points forward or points for.
yeah, yeah.
And he's not going to be winning that battle.
I mean, even to get to 6, he's 4 games behind 6.
Yeah, I
You think
guess
that?
I
Do you
guess
think
it's
at this point,
maybe it
Dirk
is mathematically. I don't know. It could be mathematically not possible. Just considering like the people that he's playing and who's playing against who. Like some people are guaranteed to get wins because people have to play against each other and somebody has to win a matchup.
Yep, that's true. And I haven't really looked at the schedule, I guess, for the rest of this week, but I mean, this week is going to be some interesting matchups, and I know we're all getting ahead of ourselves, so we still haven't talked about the rest of last week's results, but this is an interesting conversation. Um, Dude, I think really the ones who I think are sweating the most, in my personal opinion, I think are Chris and Misha because they can fucking taste it. Right now, they have their foot in the playoffs, and not only that, they are really really close to possibly creeping on in and getting to the upper top spots if something goes wrong with any one of you four.
Yeah, I can definitely
But
see
the
that. You wouldn't throw
but,
yourself sort of in that category of like, I mean,
no,
pretty much
no,
pressure's on every week though, right?
oh, absolutely every week. No, 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 no. I can't even say that until I get to if I can get to 500. So I need to get to 2 games. I need to get 2 more games to get to 500. So that's already asking. You know, Joey is not gonna. Joey has been, for the most part, the highest scoring. Well, that's no debate. He has been by 1 point the most highest scoring team this year. So I've got to get past the highest scoring team this year and hope that he continues that little shite downfall that he had. He is on a 2-game losing streak, so maybe Voodoo this shit. Come on, Voodoo. Where are you? I need you. Keep it up. Keep it up. However,
Looking ahead, I just wanted to peek at some of the future matchups and see who you play against.
well, you got a huge.
You don't play against Misha at all the rest
No,
of the
no, no,
season.
no, no, no. I don't play against. I think the only who do I have? I got Nick again. I got Phil again. I
You got
think I have you
me,
again,
you got
and I have
Chris,
Chris.
and you got Joey this week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much playing most of the top teams. Almost every single one of them,
Yeah,
actually.
true. Yeah, you got some tough sledding, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh no, no, no. It's going to be. I'm going to earn my fucking way into the goddamn playoffs with my shit team, with no Le'Veon. Like this is it, dude. I'm walking in with fucking like I'm strapped together with tape, just like Gronk is every single game. Like this is. If I get there, I am fucking gonna be damn proud of my work to get there. Get there, just like we all say. But I would say there are definitely a good few of us that are very very comfortable. I don't think you really have to worry. I think for the most part, I think you're pretty much guaranteed to get into the playoffs. I unless of course you go on like as we were saying some sort of a 5-game losing streak, and even still with 5 games, where would that put me? I'd be 8-5. Misha would be
Yeah.
9-4. I mean, yeah, I don't.
It's too hard to know just with the
Yeah.
matchups, but yeah, I feel obviously very good about my position right now. Nothing's guaranteed yet, or I would love to see that little asterisk next to my team name in the
Oh,
standings,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we're not quite there yet.
Well, eventually ESPN's going to do the math for us.
Exactly. Yeah. Please, ESPN. I don't want to do math anymore.
No, exactly. This is why we fucking decided to play things like fantasy football on computers. Like we're not like the hardcore fantasy football
Yeah,
players, old, who actually did the fucking math.
dude. Yeah, that's too much.
Oh my God, that's I don't find that fun
No way, dude.
unless you find doing math fun, which there are totally people that do. And I am not knocking you guys. Like
Yeah,
more
they're
power to you.
normally in
That's like
straitjackets, locked up in a room somewhere.
that are making fucking millions of dollars. Um, actually, I'm pretty sure it is like one or the other. It's
Exactly.
it's
You ride a
pretty
fine
extreme.
line. You're either in a straitjacket or you're going to be a millionaire, but oh boy, you better make the right decisions.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe fantasy football was the right decision. Look at Matthew Berry. He's not
I can't
straight jacket.
believe like that guy is like so highly respected. He's such a fucking jokester.
God damn it. He's you know what he is? What kills me is he's such a goddamn good writer. That's what he excels at, I think, more
That's
than
true.
anything. He can sell you on so much shit because he writes it so fucking well. And then he tells you his fucking like bullshit secret. Like when he does those things, like player A, player B, and then he says it to you in a certain way, and you're like, oh, dude, I totally want player A. Look at those numbers. And then he gives you the names. You're just like, oh no, that's not what I wanted.
Those are always fun.
That's just a good example of how well he is. Okay, so now that we've gone on this nice topic, and we still got the game. What's going on in the game? It's behind me. Oh my God, 49ers got another one. God, the Raiders do have like the absolute worst defense in the NFL right now.
I think this game is going how everyone expected it to go.
Did everybody expect the 49ers to just
No.
like stomp on Oakland?
No way, dude. I think people expected the Raiders to fucking stomp on the Niners, if anything, considering how bad the Niners are. And Nick Mullins, who is that? Is their quarterback?
Yeah, who dat?
And
That I
he's
guess yeah. Who is?
thrown two
He's got two
touchdowns.
touchdowns. Well,
He's
I guess
a
maybe
pretty good
Raiders.
fantasy asset this week so far.
Dude, John's gonna kill me and Misha. I'm sorry, you guys. I was a lowly Charger
I
fan for
think they
so many
probably
years.
want their team to just lose on out at this point and get some nice draft picks.
Bro, with all the ones that they've acquired, whew,
Dude,
Raiders draft is gonna
seriously.
be interesting next year. They better try to not Al Davis that thing as much as they can.
God, yeah,
Like,
that's like you have one job. Right now you have one job, and it's to
yeah,
draft
and
good people next year.
not fucking. I remember that one year when they had the pick, and everybody thought it was going to be Michael Crabtree, and they
Yep.
ended up picking Darius Hayward Bay.
But then hey,
Uh,
they got Crabtree for a couple
they
years though.
did, and he was fucking amazing on the Raiders. He was a
Yeah.
fucking touchdown monster. God damn it. Well, speaking of Crabtree, I guess we could talk about this game that I did play with Jimmy, which was
Yeah, let's take a
close to
peek
the
at
nail
that. Yeah,
biter.
you guys had actually a pretty damn close matchup.
Did have a damn close matchup, and Michael Crabtree, Funchess, oh my God. Other than Amendola being like,
Man,
that was a little plug that I did last minute, so I'm actually
dude,
I smirked a little about
thankfully
that
he
when I
threw Amendola threw
said
that touchdown
through it.
for you.
Yeah. So that was at least something. But God, my receivers are all fucking just have been just letting me
Oh my
down.
god, dude, your running backs saved
Oh,
your ass.
dude, they can't. They heard my call. They were like, Brian, you need a hero. You're holding on to the hero to the morning light. We're coming for you. We're fucking running, dude. The stable of ponies. The
Seriously, dude, Marlon Mack has looked so good the last couple of weeks. That could be a really nice player to have right there. Where
Yeah,
did
he's on
you get him from?
the waiver wire.
Wow.
Had him at a certain point in
Oh
time, and I
yeah,
think
Nick
he
had
dropped.
him and dropped him, and then
Yeah, I don't know if Nick might
swooped.
have him. I think,
No, he
or maybe.
added him in free agency in like week one or week two or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, he hadn't been anywhere. I mean, he'd been injured. I think, like, wasn't that the thing? He was going back and forth with injuries. Just
Yeah,
couldn't get
yeah, exactly.
healthy. But shit, yeah, dude, he's been pretty fucking awesome. So I'm gonna miss that this week, but even still, like
Yeah.
that's it's nice to have, and we'll see how that plays on out. And like I was talking about, dude, I fucking creamed my pants when I saw Adrian Peterson's game. I just couldn't believe that from
Yeah,
Adrian
man.
Peterson.
Jesus.
And Lamar Miller did me good. I can't remember which game was
That
that. Was
was the
that
Thursday night game.
yeah, that was the Thursday night game.
Yep.
And so he started with a bang. So
Yeah, he
that was
busted on
pleasant.
out. He's been looking good last couple games. So, dude, yeah, if it wasn't for your running backs, you would be fucked because Brady didn't do much for you.
Brady and Gronk barely won it for me. I
Yeah,
mean, Josh Gordon was getting a little bit of love, so Jimmy was
dude,
still,
if
back to that
yeah,
point.
if Gordon had a big game, you
Oh,
definitely
dude,
could have lost.
exactly, man. This is how big of a disappointment these two fucking Patriots have been. Like Tom Brady is nice and breezy at number 10. Like,
Well, you and Jimmy were what almost like kind of tied going into that Monday night game, something like that.
I was up a little. I
Up
was
a
up by
little.
like 4 or 5, 6 points or something like that. Not
Okay.
much. Or no, maybe I was down.
And I
No.
think
I
you were
think it was
down a little
right.
bit.
I was down by like 6 points. That's right. I was down by
But
six
you were
points.
feeling, probably pretty goddamn good. You've got your quarterback and Gronk, and all he's got is Josh Gordon. Like you're reasonably, you could be thinking that you should crush this matchup, no questions asked. But definitely
Well,
didn't go that way.
no, and I think I started to get nervous near the afternoon, evening. Like Stephon Diggs had a fucking huge game. Like I can't
Yeah,
believe the
dude.
Minnesota receivers. Like oh my god, Adam Thielen's still just breaking records.
Yeah.
He's fucking 100-yard game every game. Jesus. And Jared Goff had a nice fucking juicy game,
Oh
which
yeah.
fucking helped him. Like, and Jimmy just started catching up quick, and then all of a sudden he was on top. And so, I mean, I knew Tom and Gronk like against Buffalo on Monday night. Come on, you two. Like this, I would think this would be prime time. And dude, Tom, God, I don't. Did he? Yeah, he didn't even have a single touchdown. All those fucking points were yards. So bad. God damn it. I wonder what the last game that Tom Brady played where he didn't have a touchdown.
Ooh. Yeah. That's
Uh,
Yeah. I might have to go ways back with that one.
Probably 324 yards, and that was it. That got me
How'd you
14 points.
throw for 300 plus yards and not get a touchdown? That's crazy.
Dude, it was their red zone offense looked horrible. They just couldn't do anything. Like John, well, once we get to John's game, we'll see why. Like John was loving all of that, dude. Goskowski was fucking just throwing it up. Uh, but I mean, Jimmy had a lot of pieces that did him like well. Saquon Barkley, I don't know if there's enough you can say about Saquon
Oh
Barkley.
man,
He's
what a
number two
beast!
running back.
Beast.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. I think
That was Barkley's worst game of the year so far at 20.1.
if that's your worst game of the season, what's Todd Gurley's worst game of the season?
God, I don't know, like fucking 26 or something like that.
Oh, well, then you know what? Go fuck yourself. I mean,
Hey,
I hate you so
you
much that you.
asked the question.
Yeah, I know I did. I hate you so much. You should have just taken Le'Veon. He had so much promise. He was like the
Dude,
best
he was
player.
honestly a consideration, like for
I
the
know.
few days leading up to it.
Why didn't you just go, I'll just take a
And I'd
chance.
never had Le'Veon before either. He's always a guy that I've always wanted to
Uh,
have that I've never had
but you
before.
never had Todd Gurley either, did you?
No, I'd never had Todd Gurley either. But Todd
He's
Gurley
a
is a
little
little
bit,
bit newer, so didn't really
a little
have the
bit
same.
newer, a little bit shinier.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
shinier. Yeah, a little bit more in a contract and playing for a team.
yeah. I mean, that might have had a little bit to do, but yeah. Damn it. All right. Well, it
Well,
was a
yeah,
it was a
Jimmy
tough it
Jimmy
was a
put up a
tough
good
gritty
fight
win.
for sure. He had some disappointing pieces with Juju and Alshon getting less than 10, and LeGarrette Blunt probably was a I don't know. He needed to throw somebody in there. He didn't really have any better options. So just couldn't muster up enough. Had a couple disappointing plays there. So Yeah, big win for you, man. Congrats. That definitely
Yeah.
keeps you well within the playoff picture here.
Well, I mean, it at least keeps me slightly alive, but only barely. I mean, I
Hey,
got a pulse.
it's all you can do is win 1 week at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay, so let's see. Who else what was another big I mean, let's maybe just talk about the big I think this is the biggest game, the Chris and Joey game. The Joey getting dethroned and Chris getting this win, and it I feel this shook up just everything up on top. Plus you winning gives you sole possession. Everybody else did really good. I think Phil and John both won,
Yeah.
didn't they?
So yeah, it
So, I
brought
mean,
it brought the top a lot closer together.
yeah, this game I think was a big deal, and I mean, dude, Joey just had some pieces that did not fucking show up at
I
all. I
mean,
would say,
Joey is the top scoring team overall in our league, and still is, even though this was such a dud week for his team. Like that just goes to show how good his team has been and how much of an outlier potentially this week was to score only 114. But yeah, I mean, only a couple his receivers, Thielen and Boyd, maybe on Johnson you can throw in there with 15, but everybody else, I would say, threw up kind of a dud or a really soft
oh
week.
yeah, absolutely. Justin Tucker only three. God, Jimmy Graham only three. Colts defense only two. Drew having a fucking is that his
Oof.
lowest of the year?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yep, eight
8.8.
point eight. Oh
Yeah.
no no no
Oh,
no
wow.
no.
He had an 8.6 earlier, too.
Okay, so two shit games, but even still, that's not what you're looking
But I
for
mean,
from
he had
Drew.
Jameis, who was his other option, who did not do well at all. I mean, his could have put Greg Olson and Marvin Jones in there as well. Marvin
Yeah.
Jones went off, but still,
Oh, on his
I
bench,
don't. He wouldn't have
that's
had enough. Maybe he would have had enough if he
maybe,
had
I don't
taken
know. He would have
out
been
maybe
close.
taken out Doug Baldwin. I'm not sure. I don't want to do the math. I just don't want to do it.
No, but even still, that's pretty painful. And Chris on the other side, even with like Latavius Murray and Deshaun Jackson producing on his bench, he had quite a few pieces that did enough. Dude, that Baltimore game with fucking Carolina, I can't believe that. That's fucking crazy, dude. Put up what 36 against Baltimore. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, huge. Yeah,
Wow.
weren't expecting that. Baltimore defense has
No.
been so good, but
Yeah.
Cam and McCaffrey did some real nice damage.
Oh, they did. Oh, absolutely, dude. Cam had what 219 in the air, two TDs, and then 10 attempts on the ground for 52 and a touchdown. That's nice.
Yeah,
And McCaffrey did finally get. That's right. He did get his first rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown, along with so those were four fucking catches. Damn, yeah, that's nice. That helps. And Antonio Brown doing his Antonio Brown thing, two touchdowns. Yeah, dude. Chris just got some touchdowns all over the place. Julian Edelman just got catches. What? Oh my God, 9 receptions for 104 yards.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Chris has his team finally kind of did a lot of things he's been waiting for them to do with
I
Edelman
think so.
back in there. Antonio
I think
Brown had a huge 2 touchdown game, so
I think you were expecting more from T.Y. Hilton against Oakland.
yeah, and probably more than zero with his
From
Njoku as tight
Joker,
end.
yeah.
But hey, man, nice on you because you also picked that Chris would win this matchup, and I picked
Did I
Joey.
really?
Yeah,
Oh wow. See? Kudos
I
to you.
picked you in your matchup, and you picked Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah,
Voodoo is fucking disturbingly fucking terrible. Ah,
but nice win from Chris though. Definitely, I'm sure he's feeling good about that, putting himself
oh,
in
I think
real
so.
nice playoff contention with a nice
Yep.
winning record there.
Yes, absolutely. 2 games above 500. Only 2 games out of first place. Yeah, Chris is feeling good.
Another nice matchup was John and Misha. I mean, those have been two really high scoring teams, and matching up, and it was a high scoring affair as well. I mean, to lose for Misha to lose with 147,
Yeah,
That's tough. I mean, 147. That's a pretty good week. You're gonna beat probably a handful of other teams for sure.
absolutely. I mean, he didn't have any pieces that went, oh, I guess, except for the Patriots, went up for fucking 22. Wow.
Yeah, nice on
Patriots.
the defense. I think probably
Yeah.
his most disappointing might have been Trey Burton after just he'd been on a 3 game
Oh,
tear of touchdowns and just catches all over the place and then gets 3 for 18. That's it.
yeah.
Probably pretty
That's,
disappointed with that. And then
I
Dan
think so.
Bailey only getting him 2 extra points.
Chubb not not getting in. I mean, he's
Yeah,
still
not
getting this.
great.
What do you have? 14 the week before, 9.5 with 65 yards on the ground and two catches for 10. Hmm. Jarvis, I think, was a little bit quieter than. Well, no, I don't know. That's maybe kind of where Jarvis
It's kind of
usually
like
should go around.
where he's been this year. Yeah,
8 for 39,
that's
dude.
so
Eight
crazy.
receptions, only
Four
get
yard
39.
receptions all over the place.
God, that sucks. But yeah, no, I guess just not enough. I mean, Andrew Luck, dude, got him three
Yeah,
touchdowns, no interceptions.
he had Zeke on a
That's
bye, and then I guess the biggest mishap was not playing Will Fuller on Thursday night. I think if he had played, I don't
I don't
know. I
know.
don't know where he would have put him necessarily, and it may not have been enough either way. But
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
think there was anything Misha could have done.
no. I mean, John, it might have been written, dude, this this guy, Patrick Mahomes.
God, so good.
Wow, wow, wow. Dude, just in the last 3 weeks, like, God, 36, 41.8, 35. Four touchdowns in every single game.
It's like if he gets less than 30 points, you're probably borderline disappointed.
Yeah, his lowest game of the year is 16.8. But after that, the next lowest game is 25.9.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the rest.
Everything
It
else
just,
is 30 to 50.
yeah. Kamara is not hurting with fucking Ingram
Yeah.
back.
He's fine. Everybody was freaking out that first game with Ingram back.
And Mixon. Look at
Dude,
fucking Joe
man, yeah,
Mixon.
he's been
I mean,
so
just
good.
the game against Pittsburgh that was disappointing. But dude, those other games when he's healthy and in, wow, this guy is like producing.
Yeah, they're just going to feed him the ball.
Yeah, Michael Thomas has been pretty fucking good. I would say with Drew Brees, it's been pretty nice. Uh, Galladay was disappointing for him.
He should be
I
better
think
now that Golden Tate's gone.
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, Tariq Cohen, though, man, what a nice piece that's been. Look at the last 4 weeks for Tariq Cohen.
Wow, look at that.
31, 23, 22, 18.
Oh God, look at dude, all fucking receiving.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean that one game against Tampa Bay, 7 receptions for 121 yards and a touchdown. And against Miami, 7 for 90. Against New England, 8 for 69 and a touchdown. Against the Jets, one reception, 70 yards, touchdown. Like, god damn, dude, this guy is pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's
John's got a pretty nice squad there, so it's certainly still a big force to watch out for. And he's got Philip
yep.
Lindsay on his bench too.
Yeah.
Jesus,
And
he's got a lot, like almost too many pieces that he
it doesn't
can't
make me.
play every week.
Yeah, it makes me very unhappy when I see that Gostkowski is the number one kicker in the league this year. Because that makes me, it just reminds me of how bad Brady's doing. But, yep,
Yeah, but even when Brady's doing super well, Gotskowski is still in the top three kickers.
yeah,
He just
it's true.
that dude's just so solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fucking Pats.
Glaskowski.
Hmm, that's a good one for John
He
Glasgowski.
was saying that in the group chat. I didn't make
I
it
was
up. I did not make it up.
John's always the first. He's usually the first to everything.
It's a
John is
clever
fucking
girl.
clever girl. Who else do we have not talked about for this week? What about Nick and yourself?
Yeah, this one was close. I it was up. I would say very up and down. There were times where I thought Nick's gonna definitely get the win against me with like DeAndre Hopkins having that huge Thursday night
Oh
game.
my God. And that was we were watching that when recording the podcast,
Yeah,
wasn't we?
yeah, and
Pretty
I
amazing.
was like, well, he hadn't been doing very much, and then at the very end of the
So,
game, he gets two touchdowns in like the fourth quarter. It's like fucking hell.
and how do
Um,
you see James Conner's game?
Dude, okay, so I was kind of following that, and in like the first half, James Conner like wasn't really doing anything, and I was like, whoa, okay, maybe I'll get really lucky and he'll have just a down game, and then he fucking exploded in the second half of the game. And I kind of stopped following. I had to go do something, and then I checked back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, he has fucking almost 40 points. So things were not looking too good at that point. Like OJ Howard on Tampa Bay had a good game,
Mhm.
but then that's when the bad things started happening for Nick, though.
Dude, that Ravens game, that was
Yeah,
bad.
I can't believe
That was
he ended up
bad.
getting -3 from the Ravens defense, who have been had been pretty damn solid.
Yeah. I mean, but wow, dude, -3. That's really bad.
Insane, yeah.
John Brown didn't come away with anything from that game either. That was a huge letdown for him. That's been a kind of a big piece for him. Mark Ingram was not. I mean, dude, how? I mean, it really bit him. Like LaShawn McCoy actually had a somewhat like it was looking somewhat alive during that game when the Bills were at least moving the ball a little. Came away with 15. Like Deshaun Watson on his bench for 41. Like that hurts so much.
Yeah,
God.
it's tough,
And then
man.
Aaron Rodgers only comes away with 17.9. And that game did not go like the way he needed to either. And
Yeah,
fuck,
I
that
mean,
was
man, if he had
yeah.
a more normal game from Rodgers, 25 points, something like that, like he definitely easily could have beat me.
Oh yeah. And well, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I would say the only people who would have beat you this last week would have been obviously Phil
John.
and John, and that's it. Like you had a really, really decent fucking game. Like if God damn it, where'd it go? There it is. Um, like you end up putting Andy Dalton in for Matt Ryan, and that ends up being a good play because Andy comes away with fucking you get a good Andy game. You
Yeah,
get
I mean,
two
I
TDs and
picked
no
him up.
turnovers.
I picked him up 2 weeks ago, just looking ahead because Tampa Bay has been they're the worst team against the best for the opposing quarterback. They just
Totally,
let
yeah,
up points. Yeah.
totally makes sense.
But
And
I
I
mean,
mean,
Gurley had his fucking typical shit, and he should have had another touchdown at the very end of that game. Did you end up seeing that
oh
little
yeah,
clip?
dude,
Yeah,
that smart play that fucking gives
yeah,
coaches
smart,
big fat
smart NFL
hard-ons.
play, smart football play, but not
Oh
not a
God,
not a great fantasy
fucking
play. But I mean,
no,
well, I
dude.
can't complain, dude. Had fucking 34.5 points.
Yeah, and you would have had fucking 40 if you had gotten that
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it would have been nice to see that 40 spot though.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, some pieces that I felt good about. I was definitely nervous about Jordan Howard putting him back in my lineup, but
He
I'll
didn't he
take
didn't disappoint you.
14.1. Man, yeah, they actually gave him the ball, 22 rushes. I'll take that. AJ had a nice game. Evan
You
Ingram
got a
got
touchdown.
a touchdown in like the final seconds of that game, like just a garbage time
God,
touchdown.
perfect.
But
That's
Redskins
exactly what you need.
defense was huge for
It's
me as
huge.
well. So
Yep.
some pieces where I was just playing for the matchups definitely came through. And
Some pieces that were disappointed you a little though. I would say Chris Thompson. That's a little
yeah,
just.
it was tough. He's got a couple injuries going, and this was the first game in a couple weeks that he has played. So I was like kind of excited that he's playing again, but I mean, and then Adrian Peterson was just going off on that game, so
True.
they didn't really need to use him very much.
And dude, fucking Emmanuel had his lowest game of the year.
Yeah, that was definitely a bummer to see that.
Wow. Dude, the 2 weeks before. Damn.
I
He's
know.
been phenomenal. No wonder they got rid of fucking Demarius.
Yeah, we'll see what that does. I don't know if that does anything for Emmanuel
I'm
Sanders
not I'm not sure. I mean, I would say if anything, it just guarantees that now he's the number one, and so he should be getting all the attention if he wasn't already.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, dude, that's got to feel that's. I mean, you get a few of your players, do what they need to do. A few risky moves end up paying off really well, and you only really have a couple people who had put up some disappointing performances, and even still, you got through and you were fine.
Yeah, yeah. Felt like I kind of sneaked one out. I mean, Nick easily would have crushed me if he played Deshaun Watson. So, uh, I mean, hey, Nick put up a good week. I mean, his team is 1-7, but he's still putting up good points. So, certainly
Yeah, he's
someone to
not.
watch out for.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure after if we went back to the standings,
He
how
may have
bad
may
is
have
he?
climbed up a little bit in the points standings.
He's 22, so he's leading by 22 points, or sorry, 20 points uh, against Derek for points against.
Oh, points against. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is definitely
yeah.
take up the ass. And where is he? He is at seventh in points for, but I mean, it's a comfortable seventh. He's got me by not 100, but kind of close.
Yeah. Yeah, tough schedule as well for Nick.
Oof.
What
Yes,
can you do? It's the fucking fantasy gods just
they
throwing
decide
it
to do
out
what they
there.
want.
Yeah.
Now, we were kind of starting to talk a little bit about upcoming matchups and everything like that. I mean, so
We
did
didn't
we
talk
go
about we
over
didn't
all
talk
of our
about Phil's
picks?
team yet either.
Wait, here, did we not?
No, no,
Where's
we
Phil?
never we didn't really cover this matchup in full at all.
Derek?
We touched on Derek's team briefly at the
I
beginning.
Wait, hold on a second.
No, we weren't even talking about
Okay,
like all the
so we
matchups yet.
said, yeah, so we said we were talking about James White. Like James White ended up having his game.
Yep. But
TJ Yeldon
dude, yeah,
was
Yeldon's been a really nice addition for him with
doing his
Fournette
reception.
being out.
Yeah, damn. I don't know what to do with Demarius now. Like, I guess that's a big question as to what he's going to look like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not like he was doing too much really in Denver. If anything, maybe he gets an
Now he,
upgrade at quarterback.
I guess, but I mean, now he's number two to Deshaun Watson.
You
Or
mean
sorry, not. Oh, God damn it, DeAndre Hopkins.
no? I thought he got traded to the Eagles. I thought.
I
Oh
thought
no,
he
he's on
no,
Houston. Oh
yeah,
fuck. No, I forgot.
Golden,
Yeah,
Golden Tate went to the
that's right.
Eagles,
Golden Tate. Yeah, went to the Eagles.
and then
So
somebody else.
he was the number two that on Denver anyways, and now he's the number two on
Well,
Houston.
when he was with Peyton, he was the number one.
Well, I mean, we're talking about this year though.
We're talking about this year, and who really is fucking kicking ass. It's definitely Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'm really curious. I was really anticipating trying to pick up that Kiki Cutie guy this week after Will Fuller went down, but then after the Demarius trade happened, I was like, I don't know. That doesn't seem too good anymore.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Just looking at this shit. Kareem Hunt, James White, Odell, Mike Evans, Zach
Zach
Ertz.
Ertz, Yeldon,
God,
Cousins, like, oh,
he's got some big
yeah,
fucking
dude, I'm
pieces. Yeah,
saying,
Cousins
man.
is quietly fucking sitting at number five for QBs.
Yeah, he's just solid. Has he even had a bad game this year?
And 12 is his
Oh, he did
worst.
have one bad game
And he
against
has
Buffalo.
a 17 and a 19.
Yeah, and that's
Other than
like,
that,
yeah, whatever. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
he's
horrible.
pretty solid.
Yeah, dude, I mean, Phil did not really have any pieces let him down really at all. Like I would say Demarius, yeah, fuck. Not that you would have started Sammy Watkins over them, but 31, two touchdowns for
Yeah,
108,
big.
107 and eight receptions.
I know. Sammy
That's a little.
Watkins, man, that's a guy who just like I remember he was so hyped up when he came into the NFL and he was on the Bills first, right?
Bills first, and then fuck, where did he go after? God,
Did he just go to Kansas City after that?
no, I don't think he did. He went somewhere. All right, Wiki.
Come on, give us the goods.
The Rams,
Oh, that's right.
and then to Kansas.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, so touted up and like has had all these injuries and just never performed very well. So yeah, we'll see. It was a 31.7. That's a fucking massive game right there.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he can make his way into the lineup. I mean, dude, Tyreek Hill's been killing it, but dude, and I guess maybe, that is a lot of KC pieces to be playing at once, but if they're both putting up a shit ton of points, I guess it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
mean, dude, that's the offense to be on right there.
Yeah, I don't think Phil's got anything to worry about. Speaking of which, so you are playing Phil this week, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, playing Phil right now. He's got Jordy Nelson going in this game, the Raiders game right now.
Three
Yeah, I'm
points.
fucking nervous. I'm nervous for Phil, man. His team is hot, but I do feel lucky in that we both have some buys to deal with, but I think his
Oh, dude,
his are way worse than mine.
oh yeah, dude, he's losing Zach and fucking Odell
And
and
TJ
Yeldon.
Yeldon.
Ooh, you're missing AJ. Oof, that
Yeah, that's a
hurts.
that's a big hurt. I mean, Evan Ingram, it does suck to have to pick up another tight end, but
What the fuck
um,
happened to didn't you have
I
the
dropped
Colts?
Ebron when because Jack Doyle's back now.
So what, is Ebron just fucking garbage now?
Ebron scored 12 points last week, so I was like, oh shit, maybe I should have kept him. I don't
Dude,
know. It's
Ebron, like
hard, dude.
he
How?
looked
What
he looked like
team?
fucking poor the poor man's version of Gronkowski out there with fucking Andrew Luck. Like that was looking
Oh,
good.
I know it was fantastic, but it was all because Jack
Doyle was
Doyle
out.
was out. Yeah, so it's like,
I just don't
what?
buy Jack Doyle. I just
Dude,
don't.
Jack Doyle was good last year, and he's a huge target for Luck. They have a real connection going on, and dude, Doyle had 19 points last week.
Okay, okay, but
But yeah, I mean Doyle could go down again, but still, like, there's no team in the NFL where there's two tight ends that are both serviceable week in, week out.
no, no. I mean, this is not the Patriots of old. Like,
Exactly. Like that just doesn't exist. So I can't trust having the tight end two on a team as my number one tight end.
I can understand that. I mean,
Especially
Kyle
when I
Rudolph,
have Evan Ingram, who is back healthy again.
yeah, but well, I
We'll
mean,
see.
you gotta do what you gotta do. You got Rudolph in there. There's some
He's to
possibilities.
fill in, yeah. And I mean,
You got Tyrell Williams.
Stefan Diggs is injured. If he doesn't play, that's going to be helpful for Rudolph, I would have to think.
That's true. That's a good point. It can't all go to fucking Thielen.
Right,
So
right. Yeah,
yeah,
so I've got a few new pieces this week. Like I've Tyrell Williams is new for me. David Moore is brand new, and Rudolph is brand new as well. So rolling out some different stuff.
dude, I'm crossing my fingers that fucking Charger game goes your way.
I hope so, man. Yeah, Tyrell Williams has been really good the last two games.
Yeah, it's at Seattle. What's the weather like?
Probably rainy.
Hope they throw it. I don't know. I'm nervous about the Tyrell Williams just because Philip does not play the fucking Seahawks very well.
Oh, is
Like
that just a
it,
historical thing?
I don't know. I just can't remember. Maybe we have beat the Seahawks, but it wasn't an easy beat, and I don't think it would. They were nice games. I don't know. Well, I guess every year is different. And dude, Tyrell Williams before he went on bye, I mean, those were fucking. Even though they're only a couple catches, like those are bombs that Phillips throwing. And fucking dude, that one game, 3 receptions for 118 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, I think that's going to be that's where I feel like we
Dude, the
need.
last time the Chargers played the Seahawks was in 2014.
Jesus, feels like a while ago.
Crazy.
When did they leave San Diego? 2016.
Last year that wasn't last year their first year in LA?
Maybe it was. So 16 was their last season in San
Yeah.
Diego. Okay.
So yeah, well, Phil's got some different pieces in there too. He's got Sammy Watkins in the lineup now. He had to throw in Austin Hooper at tight end, so that's kind of interesting because I've got Matt Ryan. So uh,
Well, that
always,
will be about back and forth. So,
yeah.
uh, and
But he's
Austin
got
Hooper
Kirk
has
Cousins,
okay.
and I have Kyle Rudolph. So both of our quarterbacks are
Okay,
throwing to each
isn't that,
other's tight
that
ends. It's kind of
that's
funny.
actually that is very it's very interesting. Damn, so he's got a couple Atlanta pieces. That'll be a big game. He's got Tevin Coleman too.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, that's a big game.
Oh,
So I
Mike
don't know.
Evans.
Yeah, like I mean, Phil's got a lot of his studs in there, but he's missing some big pieces. But still, you look at his lineup and it's pretty solid. And I don't know, man. I think I might have to pick Phil honestly in this one. Just he's been so
It's
fucking good. He's scoring so
yeah.
many points week in week out.
It's hard for me to ever root against Todd Gurley and
True.
say, but I even though he does have a few of these pieces out, some of these pieces he's plugging in concern me. Like, dude, Sammy Watkins against Cleveland, they're 24th against the wide receiver.
I mean,
How are they
you
against the run? 25th against the run.
you'd think
How's
that they're
Carolina?
just gonna fucking run amok all over Cleveland.
I,
That
I
game could
don't.
get out of hand quickly,
Yeah, it could,
which would
but
be
I
good
mean,
for Kareem Hunt.
oh, that'd be great. I mean, he'd just be putting it up all the time. I mean, maybe like I think, yeah, I would say James White against Green Bay because
That's a
I don't think
good
they can
matchup.
keep. Yeah, I don't think they can keep running it with fucking Patterson as
Oh
their guy
yeah, what the fuck?
running
Came
back.
out of
I couldn't
nowhere.
believe that. It was so ridiculous. So, dude, I think James White's in for a lot of work. Mike Evans is Mike Evans. Like he's even though Carolina's decent against the pass,
Dude,
like
yeah, he's fucking great. And he was playing super well when Fitzmagic was going off also.
oh, that's a good point. It's gonna be interesting. Well, so and Jordan Nelson's not doing much right now. It's only 3.6. Uh,
We'll see.
and
That could change
we'll
because
see. It could change.
Oakland's
Games just
playing
came
from
back.
behind right now.
Oh, 3-17. Wow. Come on. Wow, come on, Raiders. Let's see some fucking offense. See something happen. Uh, where to go? Where to go? I think, God, I look at Matt Ryan and Todd Gurley. Like, I want to. Emmanuel Sanders against Houston. Why do I feel like that's just prime for? Oh, wow. Houston's eighth against the pass? Wow. Damn.
Who's it gonna be?
Uh, I think I might have to give it to Phil as well.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
I think it's like a slight nod. I think this is going to be one of our closer games. I guess we'll have to get through all the rest and see if this is going to be the closest. Do we who did we
We
just say
didn't
was
we didn't do that last week.
what did we do last week? We just did the highest score
No, we didn't
or
even do that. We just literally just did pick'ems.
oh we're lame. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think this is going to be one of the closer games.
All right.
I don't think Phil's going to crush you, or vice versa, or you crush Phil. I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. So we'll see how this plays out. But I think I'm giving Phil the edge.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. So, all right, well, we'll both lock our picks in for Phil. Let's talk about yours and
Oh,
I think.
oh
Oh
my
my God, I
God.
didn't. 95-yard touchdown, George Kittle. Oh
Yeah,
my
that might
fucking
just
God.
happened. Well, we might as well just talk about this matchup right now.
Yeah, let's talk
Woo!
about Jimmy, Jimmy and John right now.
Dude, Jimmy has so many people playing in
Yeah,
this
Jimmy's
game.
got four
Holy
people going
fuck.
right now.
Oh my God, Jimmy, you are putting your fucking life on the line in the dog shit bowl. Are they taking that back?
Oh, what?
Oh no. Wait,
Now it's saying George Kittle
I,
5-yard touchdown. Maybe he was
no.
down beforehand.
Let's let's see.
It was
Um,
maybe a big catch that they called a touchdown. I don't know.
oh yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they called him down outside.
Either
Uh,
way, he's still
yeah,
got 91 yards and a touchdown right now.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, boy,
Man, well, Jimmy could be looking pretty good because, well, Kittle's already got 18. He does have Breida. And you'd think
that's
with the way the game's going right now, with San Francisco being up
that
24 to
to
3, that they
start
might just run it a
rush.
bunch.
Yeah, that hopefully that would be the case, and so Breida can start like tacking on to that. Uh, and fuck, dude, they need to start fucking. Oakland needs to start fucking throwing it, so maybe that could be really good for Cook,
Yeah.
and starts getting some balls. But I mean, shit. Right now, Jimmy's sitting at 4 players. I know it's still got whole third and a whole fourth, so we're still got a half of a game to go. Right now, 4 players are only giving them 31.8.
So, yeah, still got half the game.
Still got half the game, but you
But
might want
I
to.
mean, the projections were pretty bad for Jimmy, I think, before this game started. Like, John was projected to just absolutely crush. So, Jimmy's helping himself out right now with that touchdown, especially.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see. Yeah. So, as far as they have any bye situations going on,
I think everybody does.
yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my,
there's 6 teams on bye this week.
these guys. Oh, dude, Jimmy is in big trouble because he's got Alshon and Barkley out,
Oh
and
yeah.
Jags D. Although Jags D has been disappointing as of late. Uh, but even still, like, yeah, so he's got a lot of buys. John's missing Mixon, so that's a
That's
big,
really the only big one that he's missing. But that's a big piece
yeah,
though too. But
yeah.
he's got Philip Lindsay as his backup, which that's a nice.
Yeah.
That's probably somebody he would be. Well, I don't know because Tariq Cohen, man,
Yeah,
you
dude,
can't
he's got
bench him, dude. He's got too many running
no,
backs.
dude. Yeah,
John's got to be
John's in a
doing some trades here. He can't play all these guys.
all got to be doing some trades. No, but there's not been a single
Dude,
fucking trade this
first
year.
year there hasn't been any trades.
I can't believe that. I just can't believe that. It's got to be some sort of a trade somewhere, but we'll see what happens. Uh, fuck. I don't know about this. Oh, it's funny. John just sent a text. He was like, I didn't realize I was playing against all the fucking Niners till now. And one Raider. Uh, fuck. I mean, Jimmy's still got a lot of big pieces to go. He's got Jared Goff. He's got fucking. Well, is Stephon Diggs going to be playing?
Remains to be seen.
Ooh, okay. So he might. Ooh, shit. The fuck is he going to do?
Yeah, he would. If he's not playing, he's gonna have to
Oh, he's
pick
gonna have to
somebody
drop
up.
something. Yeah, he's going to have to drop
Probably
something.
drop like Jaguars defense or something.
I would say probably that would be the easiest one to cut. But even still, ouch, that's going to hurt. But still got Juju, still got Josh Gordon. But damn, dude,
It's just hard.
John's team,
John's team
John's
is
team.
pretty stacked up, but he's only missing one of his pieces right now, and man, there's so many good people on his team: Tariq Cohen, Michael Thomas, Kamara, Mahomes. Fuck.
I think I'll
I
just have
don't
to
know
pick.
how I could not pick John's team in this one.
I think I agree, dude. Goskowski's number one kicker.
That seals it up right there.
Yep, I'm all about the kickers. I'll go ahead and I'll give John the edge.
Yeah. All right. We will seal that one up with a kiss. Wait, what is that? Is that a saying?
You did just say that. Whether or not it's a saying or not, I can't. It probably is. Uh, damn, there are a lot of other people that got some pieces in this. Fuck, Nick and Chris. This little fucking knockout fight of
Oh yeah.
Jalen Richard and Marquise Goodwin,
Oh, okay. Who? Yeah.
who are both
Neither doing too much right now.
much. And they actually don't, they're not really in the same situation as everybody else because they only have Nick's got Ebron and what have we got? T.Y. Hilton for Chris.
So
The only two
pretty
players.
minimal damage for bye weeks,
Yeah,
which is pretty surprising considering there's 6 teams on a bye this week.
Yeah, dude. So I think for the most part, these guys are going full force. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, Ingram, Connor against Baltimore, and he had his worst game of the year against Baltimore,
What was that though? 9.4. Ooh,
9.4,
interesting.
and
Yeah,
this one's in Baltimore.
yeah, that could be a tough one.
Oof, that's interesting. I've got to factor that shit in.
Nick's got DJ Moore in the lineup right now. It looks like a new piece for him.
I think so.
Um, he got LaShawn McCoy back in there
LeSean McCoy back in.
against Chicago though. They have a really good defense.
Ew, I'm not liking these matchups right now for Nick.
Let's see, Antonio Brown versus Baltimore, but I mean Antonio Brown is matchup proof. Ooh, that Brandon Cooks against New Orleans could be a nice matchup right there. And I think, oh my god, I think Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey against Tampa Bay,
All right,
that should
I
be
think
some big points right there.
I think I've seen enough. I'm gonna give the edge to Chris. The only pieces I really don't like is Njoku, but I mean, when Njoku, did he get injured?
I
Is
think
that
he
what
did,
happened?
yeah.
It says he
I guess not. No, he played the whole game.
uh,
He played the
yeah,
game. Yeah,
was
Jesus.
not targeted in the Steelers' loss or loss to the Steelers.
So it looks like he should play at least.
Other than that, that's the only piece that I mean, Latavius Murray has still got all sole duty, and when he has had sole duty, like holy shit, dude, he's been fucking producing. So that's good.
I'm gonna go out on a
Edelman
limb right now.
and say
Even
Nick's
though Jalen
okay.
Richard only has 5.1, I wish that wasn't there. But I want to say that Chris is going to be the highest scorer of the week this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I could I can see that. I don't know if I'm going to call it, but I could see that. I can definitely see with Chris with these most of these matchups that this should be yeah, this should be a good game. And Nick, I think, has some pretty tough matchups. I would not be surprised if James Conner comes away with a fucking good game in Baltimore, but I'm just it's just a feeling. So yeah, I'm gonna go Chris in this one.
Okay. All right. All right. Should we do you and Joey?
Pick Joey.
For real though,
I
or you're just saying that?
well, no, I'm just saying it, but I don't know, dude. It's a Joey's team. He doesn't have what does he have? They're not really any big pieces that he's missing on
David
bye.
Johnson and Tyler Boyd, dude.
I
Tyler
don't know.
Boyd has been stout.
Yeah, but he's been like a hit or miss. Like
Yeah, I
he's had
guess so,
big
but
games. Like
but
I would say he's the consistent piece, and David Johnson, like he has not been what Joey drafted him as,
yeah,
but
but
it's been a
still
decent.
though, like I'd rather be in your situation and have both of those guys be on my opponent's bench than in their lineups.
Yes, yes, I agree. I totally agree. But I mean, dude, there are a
But
lot of
yeah,
things
it's not like he's missing, Thielen or Melvin Gordon or something like that.
to know, and I have to face both of those guys, and that's
Yeah.
terrifying. Although I will say the matchups do seem to be a little bit more in my favor. Jimmy Graham against the Patriots, I guess not so much, but um, and anybody against Tampa Bay. So Greg Olson could possibly have a pretty good game. But
Yeah, your
dude,
matchups do look pretty good. I mean, a lot of them do. Like you would think that Tom Brady should have a good game against Green Bay trying to keep up what could be a shootout, but you never know with the way he's been playing this year. AP, I mean, Atlanta is just come on in, Swiss cheese, run all over us. Julio should be great. Funchess could have a nice day in Tampa Bay. Cooper Cup could be great in New Orleans. Um, Aaron Jones has been looking good. So, yeah, New England hasn't been great against the run. So, yeah, I think you got some good matchups, too.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I have some momentum in my favor, and there's the hope. But dude, Joey's team has been the highest scoring team. If
I
I want to
think
win, I have to get past the
on
highest scoring team.
on paper, like if your guys do what they should do, which who knows if that happens, right? I think you may have just the edge on paper.
I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to convince myself. Part of me is I'm just thinking maybe it might happen. Maybe I can squeeze it out somehow. But
I think this
dude,
matchup is going to be the highest matchup in total of the week.
as far as like the highest
Just
scoring,
between
like
both
with
you guys all together.
I guess it could be. It very well could be. I think I'm still gonna give Joey the edge. Just think that's it's just until I can prove it otherwise, until I can see some consistency week to week. Uh,
Man, this is so close. Like, I should give it to Joey, honestly. Like, I mean, he's the highest scorer of our league. Obviously been super dominant, but he is missing a couple key players. I do think you have some really nice matchups. You have pretty much, except
I have Julio
Marlon
back.
Mack, but you do have Julio back.
That's a
Oh
big
man,
one.
I feel like this could be a potential coin flip. I'm gonna go with you just for the matchups. I mean, I'm just looking for something to guide me one way or the other because so much of this seems
I mean,
pretty
Joey
equal.
Joey does have some tough matchups. Drew Brees going against Rams, that's fifth ranked. Uh, dude, where is Detroit? I can't believe Detroit is seventh. Who just got a touchdown?
Raheem Mostert, not not
Nobody.
not Breida, but
Well,
their other running back.
this is a tough game for these fucking Raiders to watch.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Sorry, Raider boys. I know you're going to be hearing this like in a couple days or so, but like, ouch, it sucks.
Damn,
Well,
smacked
I
up.
guess that's okay. So,
All right,
um,
I'm picking your
yeah,
team. Just the matchups are swaying me your direction, but I do think it's going to be very close, and I think you guys are going to score a lot of points.
yeah, I think that's fair enough. Ooh, wow.
All right, and then we got last but not least, we've got Misha, who's in a definite must-win through the rest of the season here, just fighting for some playoff spots. But going up against Derek, who had a pretty good week last week, so definitely not just a walkover. But Derek's got some buys to contend with. Damn, he's got Larry Fitz, Golden Tate, Jack Doyle, and
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook probably still isn't playing.
Yep. Look at Misha's
But
boss.
oh shit though. Both of his quarterbacks. Oh my god.
That
So
wasn't well
Misha's
planned.
got the coveted three QBs rostered right now. Fun times.
Oh, totally fun times. Fucking go out there with fucking Smoking
Joe
Joe.
Flacco. Man, is that the best we can do? I don't even want to go look at what other quarterbacks are available, but
I am going to go look at what other quarterbacks are available. Trubisky, Dalton, Bortles, Fitzpatrick, Stafford, Carr, Manning, Keenum, Darnold, Smith,
well, it's a good thing he didn't
Mayfield.
play Derek Carr. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess right now, but I don't know. Okay, so Dalton and Bortles are on bye. Manning's on bye. But I don't know. Those are all some names that I could think of before Joe Flacco. Sorry, Nick.
I don't
But
know. Maybe Misha has got
dude,
some
Misha,
info that we don't know about.
dude, it's fucking
I mean, Joe
Prince.
Flacco has actually been pretty decent. Well, I guess he's the 17th ranked quarterback, so maybe not that great. But like,
7
I
and 13
mean,
and
his
11.
worst weeks are 11 points. Otherwise, he's just pretty
He has two.
solidly in the 20s for the most part.
Yeah, but he has two of those 11 weeks, and then he has a 13, and then he has
But
a
look, I
7.
guess last time he played Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, he had 27.2.
This one's in Baltimore. It's at
You'd
home.
think that would be helpful for him.
I think. I would. I don't know. What do you think about Kenyon Drake?
He's been really good lately.
Coming up,
Yeah,
like, what do you think about him against the Jets? Like, Jets aren't great against the run,
yeah,
not the worst.
I think that's a fine matchup right there. I don't
Devontae
expect either
Adams.
of those teams to just like run away with it.
Mm,
So I could see Drake still being very involved all the way through. Devontae Adams should probably
What,
feast against New England.
dude? Yeah, dude, quietly sitting at number 5.
Dude, I don't even know if you can say quietly. Like, that
I
guy
don't know. I
has
don't hear. I
been.
hear him being screamed about.
Look at his lowest game, 16.1. He's had
Yeah, you
two
want
games
that,
in the 30s.
dude. Yeah, no, he's been a big, big piece.
He is just, I mean, he's the guy for Aaron Rodgers to throw to. Like, if he gets less than 20 points, I'm surprised. But yeah, I mean, he's not your household name of DeAndre Hopkins and uh,
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
but
Misha's
for
got some
sure.
strong He's got a strong
He's got
receiver core.
Zeke. He got Zeke back. Yeah, he's got
Oh,
Robert
that's the big one.
Woods, Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, I don't
Man, good
see there
team.
any. I don't think there's any way I could pick against Misha.
I can't either. I mean, I think we're both definitely picking Misha here.
Yeah, I mean, Derek did set his lineup. He took all of his people out, and he's got still got Wilson and put Keenan Allen back. But
I'm gonna say
other than
this
Travis,
matchup will be the most lopsided matchup.
most lopsided. I don't think we've come up with that one. Well,
I don't know. I'm
I
just
can't
throwing shit
argue
out.
that. I
You
don't
can
think
you
that,
can hop on that one too if you want.
dude. I don't think there would be another case for a more lopsided matchup.
Do you want me to attach your name to this?
Yeah, fine. Just fill me in there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Derek's got Keenan Allen back. He still has Duke Johnson in his lineup.
Well, he won't listen to this, so he'll never know he should take him out.
Yeah,
But even still, yeah, it's not. It's I can't. I mean, Misha's going to 5-4. Like that's when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. I was so happy with the way things shook out, and Misha at 4-4. I'm like, oh man, this is possible. And then I saw who Misha was playing. I was like, fuck. Well, it's not gonna
yeah.
happen this
Well,
week.
how do we? I want to look up who does Misha play the last few. So let's see, next week.
Oh, how do you do that? I think you have to go to my team
Okay, so he plays
and
Misha
schedule, and then
next
yeah.
week,
Let me see. So
and
we're
then
shoot it.
he plays Joey in week 11.
So yeah, so he's got Jimmy, Joey, Nick, and Phil.
So it's
So
a it's
he's
a up and down. That the Phil and Joey weeks are going to be obviously
yeah, those are
tough. Nick week could certainly be tough too.
yeah. We'll see. Nick, I mean, is not going down without a fight. I know that for sure.
Yep.
I mean, what's Chris's schedule for the rest of the season? I mean, because he's definitely in contention. He's in there. So he's got Nick this week, Phil the week after, you the week after that. Oh, wait, well, yeah, where are we at? Yeah, you the week after that, then Derek, and then me.
So that's a no
He's all,
no easy one there.
dude, these assholes who are getting the Joker teams twice. Like, what the fuck? Dude,
You never know, man.
Chris has gotten to he'll be able to have beaten Nick and uh, Derek twice each. I'd love to play them twice each. That'd be nice. Anyway, I'm
I
ready.
want to know who I play in week 12 because
Go to that.
that is when Gurley has his bye.
Ooh, baby. Oh,
Is that
baby.
you?
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
you son of a bitch. I don't even get to use Gurley against you.
You've already used Gurley
I
against
already
me.
did. Yeah, that's
What did
true.
you do? 25. Not his best game, but it still hurt.
Son of a bitch.
Damn. Oh my God, Tom. That was the game where Tom Brady got me 9.5 against Detroit. God, that was so fucking frustrating. Son of a bitch.
Well, man, I think that's all the matchups for the week right there. We've got all our pick'ems in.
What were the things you did? I need to make sure I get my name on. So what was it? So
Okay,
you
well,
said
so Phil and me, you said this is going to be, yeah, very strong statement here. You said this is going to be quote one of our closest games.
I'll keep that statement.
Wow,
I do
yeah,
think this is going to
very
be one of our
strong.
closest games.
All right, I
If
said
okay, not oh, I'll just make the bold claim. This is going to be between Phil and Sean the closest game of the week.
all right, I like that. There we go. Now it's real.
Now you
Um,
said the one between Derek and Misha is going to be the most lopsided.
yeah, I think it's going to be the most lopsided.
Okay.
I
Um,
said the yours and Joey's matchups will be the highest total scoring matchup of the week.
okay.
And then I said Chris will have the highest score of the week.
Ooh, Chris will
So
have the highest
I
score of
don't
the
know
week.
if there's any other predictions that you want to make. Now is your chance to get them in.
I think the
Or
highest.
actually, sorry. Think about it for a second. I think I've been trying to think of other ways that other people in the league can get involved in, polls and whatever. I think this would be great. Like fucking, I'd love to hear what other people in the league think of any predictions that they have for this week that have to do with our league,
Oh,
our
yeah,
teams, our matchups.
that's a great idea. Remember John's predictions about like the
Oh,
full
the draft
season?
predictions.
Oh, dude, and he's so far, I think for the most part, like almost like he's nailed every single one of them
Yeah,
because Bell's not back. You are just fucking dancing, fucking, to your way to the top with Todd Gurley.
yeah.
Uh, dude, we'll have to go back and find that text message, but he's pretty on point. But I'd love to hear that. Like, yeah, thoughts, before we get into it. What do you guys think of like, oh, dude, this game is going to be the lowliest fucking dog shit game of the fucking week, or this is going to be this or that. Like, definitely that would be cool to get some opinions and things. I'll say the highest score of the week, like the highest game,
Highest matchup.
highest matchup. I mean, I guess it's if Jimmy's fucking team, the rest of the team turns around and starts producing like Kittle is, I would want to say that I think this game would be the highest game between Jimmy and John.
Yeah.
Uh, but I know if I'm going to beat Joey, I have to score a lot of points. So I'll agree that that's gonna. No, you know what? Actually, I'm sticking with. I think John and Jimmy will still be the highest. I think we'll probably Joey and I will probably have a high scoring game too, just like you said. But I think John and Jimmy will have the
Okay.
overall
Cool.
biggest matchup. And as far as the highest scorer, Chris does have a lot of really good matchups, but I don't know. Let me go back to who are you missing? Missing AJ and Evan Ingram. Bill's missing some pieces too. I'm actually going to say I think John is going to have the highest score. I
Dang.
mean, he's missing some pieces, but like you said, he's got good pieces to fill in. He's got fucking Philip Lindsay. If Calvin Ridley ends up having one of those, like, dude, he had a 41 point game this year.
Yeah.
Like, so that's fucking big. And Jordan Reed, I know Jordan Reed's kind of everybody's always waiting for him to do something, but
Yeah, he could at any time.
Tariq Cohen, scary. Like, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to say. I think John is going to be the highest scorer.
All right. I like it.
Oh wow, dude, what did Jimmy just do? Oh god, Matt Breida, I guess got some points.
Hmm.
Okay. So is that
Oh no, it got pushed back.
oh what else did you predict? Did I
That's
get through?
it. No, that's it. That's a lot. I mean, we have one, two, three, four, five. We have six predictions for this week. So I
Wow,
think
that's
that's
definitely the most we've had.
yeah, definitely the most we've had. Yeah, love to hear what other people think. Any bold predictions for the week? We could definitely make that a little recurring theme if people to opine and just gives us more stuff to talk about.
I guess just like the cool like titles that you've been coming up with for each one of these podcasts. I guess each podcast does have a theme.
Yeah.
So let's say this one's Surfin' Safari.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
If only we could
It's a
put a
good
fucking
reminder. I know
yeah,
if I could make that the
like
I might get if I make it a private video, do we not get sued?
I think so because how do they? I don't know.
I don't know how it
Yeah,
works.
I don't know how it works
Yeah,
either.
I'm sure
I
they're
think
gonna try to shut down our video with 10 views.
I'm sure if you have like a big fucking stamp in the middle of it or something like that,
Yeah,
it
which
doesn't
there
matter.
always is.
course there is. God damn it. Well, fuck it. It doesn't matter.
All
It's
right.
you guys look it up and see what we're talking about. Hmm? All right, gents. Well, I think that's enough. We're what are we at right now? The
We're
game is
at
at 5:27 in the third. It's 31-3.
dear God.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Well, we're at an hour and a half in our podcast, so we should probably
All right.
wrap this up because I think this
Oh,
might be the
goodbye.
longest one of the season so far.
It very well might be. All right. All right. Goodbye. Good night, everybody. Drive safe, whatever it is you're doing. Uh, sorry to those Raider fans. I'm sure by the time you're hearing this, you did not have that epic comeback that you're probably hoping for right now.
Probably
But
not. Probably not. Sorry. All right, everybody. See you.
take care.